people that before you get married, make sure that your dream complements your spouse. Like your dream and your spouse's dream complement each other. That's why you see most times pastors, their wives would be probably children ministers, women minister, people who advocate for women also. So it's more like daddy and mom. It complements each other, right? I there is a woman I know. She does business. She's a businesswoman. So the husband is a shoemaker, and the wife sells shoe materials. And the woman is not doing it because the husband. This is what the husband is doing. She's doing it because that's her passion. So whatever. Hi family. Welcome to the Iloris TV, where we talk about faith, fun, and family. Now, in today's video, we will be answering some real life questions that bother people in marriages. That most times they are afraid to ask them in public or ask them out for the fear of being judged by society. Now, we are here to answer the questions. So stay with us. Let's answer the questions together. Okay. So I have some questions. I have some questions here. So the number one questions we have here is, what do you do when you no longer feel in love with your spouse? What do you do when you no longer feel love for your spouse? And that should be the question. What do you do when you no longer feel love for your spouse?
Okay, so this is a common issue in marriage or in relationship. You see, that bond, that spark that brought the both of you together, sometimes after a while you can notice that the spark dies off or gradually it slows down. So in my own opinion, I will recommend that before the relationship starts, there was something that was pushing it. There was a feeling that was pushing the relationship in the beginning. That thing that makes you want to be with that person all the time when you were starting. So I would recommend that at that very early stage of the relationship, there were things that both of you did that was fun when you were starting, like going to places, sitting together, talking to each other. So I would also suggest that when you start feeling this spark dying off in the relationship, I would recommend that those things should be done again. If you people visited a certain place before at the beginning of the relationship, like when he was asking the lady out, he took her to a restaurant, a bar, somewhere, any of the couples can just suggest that, babe, I think we should visit this restaurant, even unknowingly to the other person. While they are there, you can ask the question, do you remember the last time we were here? Do you know that we've been here before? You say yes. When? Then as you guys bring back those old memories of how you started and you were there sharing love and all that, I think that can also help in sparking up the relationship. Or what do you think?
You're right, baby. Because one thing that I've noticed is love, it's just like a plant.
That's true.
It can grow, you can work on it and you can grow it, and then it can also die, depending on what you're doing to feed it. In fact, you can feed love.
True.
Right? It will grow to love someone. So if you feel you no longer feel that love for your spouse, or however you're feeling, you still have to stay together. Right? So the best thing for you to look for this spark, just spice things up.
True.
Right, just try and spice this. I mean, one of the things I know could help spice relationship is you intentionally confessing love. So you continue to confess love intentionally to this person. You feel like, okay, you no longer feel this love for the person, but tell them, baby, I love you. You're a sweet person. Appreciate them for those things that they've done for you in the past. Right? So baby, thank you. Do you remember when I was ill? You were there. You're the only one who did this. Thank you so much. You're just the best person in the whole wide world. So see, confessing your love, coupled with the fact that you, with the opinion of my husband now, going out to places you've been before while the love was still fresh, if there is anything like that, it's going to just, before you know, you're just going to feel that love again, right? I think there are other things you could actually do to spice up relationship, to spice things up and to feed the love, right?
Like, also, if you know your spouse's favorite food, favorite drink, and the rest, you can just prepare some of them on a special occasion, even though you do it before. But if you want to spice things up, you can just do it on a special occasion, and when you present it to your spouse, you can say things like, as he's taking it or as he's eating and you know he's enjoying the food, you just say, I made this for you specially because I love you.
That's
see that
you being intentional.
Yeah, you will see that look from him or her this time around. You know that something has ignited and you can just build upon that.
And also something else you could do now, this is also kind of connected with what you said before, that going to places you usually go to while you guys were still in love, like probably still dating and all of that. I think you should, at this point of your life, of your marriage, of your relationship, you should hang out more. Not just even in odd places, right? Hang out more. Go see movies together. You know, when you see movies and you're talking about this movie, oh my god, really, you're laughing, you know, falling on each other and all of that, you just feel something. Hang out, eat together, go to fancy restaurants. You could even go on holidays, vacation together. Now these things could spice things up. So don't say, oh, because I no longer feel this thing, the connection is no longer there, the next solution is for you to leave, or give him space, or give her space, because from that space is going to become something even worse.
Start looking for it outside,
right? And before you know, you're already feeling irritated by your spouse, and you don't want that for yourself, right? So it's better you look for ways to spice them up.
That's true.
All right, question number 2. Can a marriage survive infidelity and truly heal? Now this is a tough one here.
Is very tough.
Very tough.
Very tough and complicated.
It is complicated.
So in my opinion, I will say yes and no. Okay. Yes, in the sense that, and the yes is of the lower probability.
Honestly.
Yes. It doesn't have up to 50% in this case. It will be a yes when the victim or the person that is being cheated on have a heart of forgiveness, a good heart of forgiveness, which in this very case of infidelity is very rare.
Yeah.
Very, very rare. Though it is possible, but it is very, very rare. But the no have a higher chance, in the sense that even the Bible condemns it, that only on this ground can you live.
Yeah, you can divorce your husband or your wife
this ground.
On the ground of
infidelity. So
infidelity.
even if you leave the marriage on this ground of the infidelity, you've not sinned.
Right.
But if you love that person and you feel you have the heart to forgive, and when you see the person, it won't hurt you, or you won't bring back the issue in a later day to emotionally blackmail the person who did it. Then if you have the mind to forgive all this, I will say yes. But you know that there are times that even some traditions and some tradition or custom makes this thing difficult for the spouse or for the couple to really, even if someone wants to forgive and stay together, sometimes even the traditions goes against things like this, like some rituals and the rest has to be done.
I think that's from if the person who cheated is the woman.
Yeah.
I think society has made it look like I'm now speaking reality, right?
Yes.
Society has made it look like if the man is the one who cheated, it's more like normal, right? Like marriage could still go on.
Yes.
But if it's the woman, it's really hard for the marriage to still thrive if the woman is the one who cheated.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's not supposed to be so. It's a 50-50 something. It should be a 50-50 something. So if the woman is able to forgive, I think the man should also be able to forgive.
That's
right?
true.
However, from my opinion, I would say that it depends on individual. Right? Because there are also some women that hate infidelity to the very last, and they will tell you, I cannot forgive it. If you do it, I'm done. Right? Also, there are some men that would willingly forgive and tell you, okay, let's work it out. While we also have some men that would say, no way, this is disrespectful. And like you said earlier, society, families, traditions would make it easy for them, especially if it's the woman who is cheating.
Yes.
So they'll tell you, if you must not be together, there are rituals or this you have to do in order for the woman to. It's like from my place, right? From our place in Delta State, is so cool. When a woman cheats, it's a problem. The man can literally die if the man just forgives like that.
Yes.
So you must carry out some sacrifices and all of that. That's the only way you could forgive. But if you don't do all of the sacrifice and everything, and you want to just forgive and do love and continue, the man may die. Not just the man, even your children.
True.
So you see, but if it's the man who is cheating, tradition says nothing. So you see why it's really hard to answer this question.
True.
Why some other places there's nothing like tradition. It's solely on what the individual thinks. So I think most times the marriage could thrive on infidelity, right? Let's just say 70-30.
Yeah, like you said, if it is the woman,
Yeah.
that cheated, the probability of it still thriving depends on the man.
Depends on the man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depends on the man.
It's hard.
Because most of the time the society blames the woman the most. So if the man is willing to still stay with his wife, he can just go do the traditional rites that are involved and continues.
And that's for places that has that tradition.
And most of the places, most people have, mostly in our place. And if it is the other way around, that is the man that cheated, this one, most time there are no traditional rites involved.
Right, it's just
but it's the woman that just needs to forgive. So I would say still yes and no.
Right, just yes and no. So here, can a dysfunctional family ever become whole again? It's dysfunction family. This family that's no longer working, right?
Yeah.
Can it still work again? If you ask me, I say yes, because there's nothing
yes.
God cannot do.
Yes, it is a yes, and
and
it also depends on who leads the family.
Yeah.
If the person who leads the family does his job very well, it can work.
It can work.
Yes.
And also, it depends on the individual again, right? If the partners, if the couples are really interested in making it work, trust me, no matter how bad it is, when I say no matter how bad, I mean it. Like, no matter how dysfunctional this family is, if the couples are determined to make it work, it can work. It can work. So any and every dysfunctional family can become whole again. So it is a big yes for me. How do you balance personal dreams, like your personal dreams, with your role as a spouse? So you being a wife or you being a husband. So how do you balance that with your personal dream, not a family dream now? Your personal dream. Now this is hard, right? Now, usually I tell people that before you get married, make sure that your dream complements your spouse. Like your dream and your spouse's dream complement each other. That's why you see most times pastors, their wives would be probably children ministers, women minister, people who advocate for women also. So it's more like daddy and mom. It complements each other, right? There is a woman I know. She does business. She's a businesswoman. So the husband is a shoemaker, and the wife sells shoe materials. And the woman is not doing it because the husband. This is what the husband is doing. She's doing it because that's her passion. So whatever you're doing, make sure it's aligned. Whoever you go, it's very, very important. Whoever you want to marry, let it align. And even if it doesn't align, these are some things you discuss at the early
stage of the
marriage, or even in relationships, right? And this is what I like to do. For example, a woman who acts. I've seen actresses, their husbands are directors. So you see, the family, they're interested in media. Some of them content creators. You see, the husband will be probably a photographer, a videographer. It should complement each other in such a way. But even if it doesn't complement, make sure you're getting married to someone who doesn't mind.
True.
Who would stop you? Because there are some person that will say, my husband must not do this. There are women who would say, my husband cannot act. I cannot marry someone who acts. I cannot marry a musician. I cannot marry a teacher. I cannot marry a pastor. So you see, and also there are men who would say, I cannot marry a banker. I cannot marry a therapist. I cannot marry whatever, So just make sure whatever you're doing, even if it doesn't align, make sure your spouse is in line or is okay with whatever you were doing.
Yeah.
So that's just going to make it easier for you to balance it with your spouse or your spouse with your personal dreams, because it's going to be easy if whoever you're married to supports whatever you're doing. That's the only way it's going to thrive. And before you know it, a personal is not going to be personal. It's not going to be so personal anymore, because I think in marriage there's really nothing personal. Before you know it, because the support is coming from your partner, it's just going to be like a family thing, right? So just marry somebody who's supportive,
and there is
marry somebody who is supportive, or your personal dream should align with your partner's dream as well.
And there's no way a dream or a passion can thrive faster than when your spouse supports you.
Honestly,
you fly when your spouse supports you.
True, baby.
Next.
Alright, so the next question here, question number 5, says, what's more important in marriage, love or commitment? Oh baby, this is tough. Love or commitment?
I think it is the love that brings the commitment. So
you're right.
The love has to come first. That's the most important thing, in my opinion. When you love someone, you are obligated to be committed.
That's right. You cannot love someone without being committed to the person, right? I think it's the love that will drive you to be committed to the person. So
can make you go extra mile.
Right.
Can make you forsake some friends just for your spouse.
Just for this person.
Can make you forsake your hobbies. Things you love to do, places you love to visit.
Right.
When you love someone and the person says, I don't like you doing this, or even naturally you will just want to stop. Because sometimes you feel that if you do it and your spouse finds out, he or she is going to get angry, and because of the love you have for him or her, you won't want him to get angry, so you'll just let it go. I think that's the commitment we are talking about.
Right. So love brings commitment.
Yeah.
So I think both works together. Both work together.
Yeah.
Right. So love and commitment work together. So the last question for today is: is it normal to feel lonely in marriage? Is it normal to feel lonely in marriage?
I would say no. It's not normal.
Yeah.
Because the essence of marriage in the first place is for companionship.
Yeah.
So when one begins to feel lonely in a marriage, there is a problem.
That's right.
So it's not normal.
It's
You
not
just have
normal
to
at
air
all.
air your opinion out and let your spouse know that you are becoming lonely. And
Right.
whatever is taking his or her attention from you should be sorted. Yeah, it should be sorted out, and both of you become lively again.
Sure, that's right. So you cannot be lonely for nothing. Something is definitely going wrong.
Yeah.
And you have to look for it before it's too late. Because trust me, you cannot be lonely for too long. The devil would step in, and before you know, you find yourself in someone else's arms. And you do want that. And loneliness also causes, before you know it, you drift apart.
Yeah.
Before you know, you're going further from each other. And that can scatter the marriage, the home. So being lonely in marriage is not normal, right? So if you have a better answer to all of these questions, please drop them in the comment section. And if you have questions like this that's bothering you and you want us to talk about it, please feel free to also ask in the comment section or come to our DM. It's open and we will answer it live, and you'll probably learn, right? So thank you for watching. Please make sure you subscribe. like
and share
comment as well, right? And share, please share. Subscribe, don't go without subscribing. See you in our next video. Bye.